So I am going to read a page out of Hatchet, and I am going to read a page out of iFunny, and the hope is that a page will intrigue you and you'll want to read the book on your own. So here we go. This is Hatchet by Gary Paulson. He just passed away recently. Brian Robinson stared out the window of a small plane at the endless green northern wilderness below. It was a small plane, a Cessna 406, a bush plane, and the engine was so loud, so roaring and consuming and loud that it ruined any chance of a conversation. Not that he had much to say. He was 13, and the only passenger on the plane was a pilot named, what was it? Jim, Jake, or something, who was in his mid-40s and who had been silent as he worked to prepare for takeoff. In fact, Brian had come to a small airport in Hampton, New York, to meet the plane driven by his mother. The pilot had only spoken 5 words to him: "Get in the co-pilot seat." I'll read this next paragraph, which Brian had done. He had taken off, and that was the last of the conversation. There had been initial excitement, of course. He had never flown in a single plane before, and to be sitting in the co-pilot seat with all the controls right there in front of him, all the instruments in his face, and the plane plowed for altitude, jerking and sliding on the wind currents as the pilot took off, had been interesting and exciting. But in 5 minutes, they leveled off at 6,000 feet and headed northwest. From then on, the pilot had been silent, staring out the front, and the drone of the engine had been all that was left. The drone of the sea green trees that lay before the plane's nose and flowed to the horizon, spread with lakes, swamps, and wandering streams and rivers. So hopefully this is piquing your interest and you're like, what am I going to learn about or read about? And then this is called iFunny, a middle school story by James Patterson. I don't have much time, so I'm just going to read the first part. 1, flop sweat. Have you ever done something extremely stupid, like, oh, I don't know, try to make a room filled with total strangers laugh until their sides hurt? Totally dumb, right? Well, that was my humble story is going to start with some pretty yucky tension, plus a little heavy-duty drama, and hopefully a few funnies so we won't all go nuts. So again, that is iFunny. So you have 2 books to come and read if you want. Have a good day.